From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Chris Carl.
Among Delaware's top stories for Friday, August 3rd, the man wanted for abandoning his son turns himself in. State police make an arrest in a fatal stabbing. And a twist in the case of an Ocean City woman charged with murder for the death of her baby. Here are the details. The New Jersey man at the center of the story of an abandoned child and its missing mother has turned himself into police. WDEL's Carl Konevsky reports.
Rosario DiGirolamo, the man believed to be the father of the small boy left in the parking lot of Christiana Hospital, is back in New York after posting $10,000 bail in Delaware. Mary Bartkowski, a detective in the State Police Major Crimes Unit, says she found out last week DiGirolamo was ready to face reckless endangering and child abandonment charges.
On Friday, July 30th, I was contacted by our Delaware Attorney General's office advising us that contact was made with his lawyer requesting to make some type of arrangements to allow him to come back to Delaware to turn himself in, which the AG's office worked with him in order to accomplish that.
DiGirolamo flew to Milan, Italy after leaving Michael, whose mother, Amy Giordano, was DiGirolamo's mistress. She hasn't been heard from since June 6th. State Police Colonel Thomas McLeish says finding out DiGirolamo planned on turning himself in was big, but just one piece of the puzzle.
It was a relief. We've wondered where he has been, and the fact that we could bring him into custody, and we've done that, and it's one chapter closed, but obviously now we want to find Amy.
Despite DiGirolamo being a person of interest in Amy's disappearance, McLeish says they charged him with the only crimes they could.
The reckless endangering charge involved the fact that he left Michael out in a parking lot during the middle of the day, and that is absolutely reckless in nature. The abandonment charges speaks for itself. He left a young child in a parking lot with no care.
After his video arraignment, police took DNA samples from DiGirolamo to confirm that he's Michael's father. Reporting from State Police Troop 2 in Glasgow, I'm Carl Konevsky, 1150 AM, WDEL.
State police have arrested a man wanted in the stabbing murder of a convenience store clerk in Claymont. 41-year-old John Cameron of Wilmington was picked up around 11:30 last night. Troopers say he was caught with a stolen car. Cameron has been charged with the Thursday morning murder of 41-year-old Kevin Young of Claymont at the A-Plus Mini Mart on Philadelphia Pike. Young's girlfriend, Lisa Young, says she has 2 children with him and helped him raise 2 more.
And he has a daughter that's going to be 16 in 2 weeks, and he's not even going to be there for her sweet 16.
Police also believe Cameron is responsible for a carjacking in Claymont, as well as the beating and robbery of a woman yesterday afternoon. Prosecutors have dropped a murder charge against an Ocean City woman for causing her baby to be stillborn last week, but now they're charging her with murder in the death of a baby born to her in 2003. Authorities found the remains of the stillborn boy and 3 other fetuses at Christy Freeman's house this week. Prosecutors say the new charges are more applicable to the circumstances of the case than the initial charges. A witness helps capture a bank robber. WDEL News continues in a moment.
As you look for your college experience, make sure you look at Wilmington College, your key to success.
State police have identified the boy killed after being hit by a car late Wednesday night. Troopers say 13-year-old Stephen Smith and another boy were hit near the 1340 split near Newcastle. The second boy is in critical condition at Christiana Hospital. Investigators say the boys ran across Route 40 right into the path of an oncoming car. A judge has dismissed a drug charge against former Delaware gubernatorial candidate Frank Infante. Police said Infante was arrested last month after a pharmacy reported his girlfriend tried to fill a forged prescription in his name. Infante says he was prescribed the medicine after he had surgery for an abscess in his leg. He says the single count of obtaining a controlled substance by misrepresentation was issued by an overzealous police officer. An eyewitness to a hit-and-run accident in Wilmington has helped police identify a bank robbery suspect. Police say a person who saw the accident that happened shortly after the robbery at the Wilmington Trust Branch North Union Street Wednesday morning gave a description that matched the robber's description. A warrant has been issued for 30-year-old Jonathan Zielinski of Wilmington. Police say he gave a note to a teller and got away with as much as $2,000 in cash. Anyone who knows where Zielinski may be is asked to contact Wilmington detectives or Crime Stoppers. The Blue Hens hit the practice field. WDEL Sports and your Delaware AccuWeather forecast coming up.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware. Every weekday morning, 5:30 till 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL Sports, the Phillies knocked out 16 hits as they whipped the Cubs 10-6 to split the four-game series. Pat Burrell homered, and Jason Worth knocked in 4 runs in his second game back off the DL. The Phillies had to use their bullpen for 8 innings after Kyle Loesch, in his first start with the Phils, was hit in the right forearm by a line drive in the first inning. The Phils head to Milwaukee for the start of a 3-game series tonight, with the action here on WDEL. Coverage starts at 7:30. The Blue Rocks jumped out to an early lead and got good pitching to hold on to a 4-2 win over Frederick. Former Delaware star Pete Mastralles hit a solo homer for the Keys. Game 2 of that series is tonight at Frederick. And the University of Delaware football team kicks off its preseason camp today. Delaware returns 16 starters, including all but 1 on the offensive side of the ball. The Blue Hens are ranked in most preseason top 25 polls. They kick off their season August 30th at William & Mary. Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast: sunny to partly cloudy today, maybe a late-day thunderstorm, a high up to 95. Tonight, chance of a thunderstorm early, otherwise partly cloudy, low 42. For the weekend, partly sunny Saturday, a high again 95, a bit cooler Sunday, only up to 88. Good news updates throughout the day, Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 1150 AM WDEL, or anytime right here at WDEL.com. I'm Chris Carl. Have a great weekend, and thanks for watching.